Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Happy Monday, guys, and happy new week on Food School podcast. Guys, today and till the end of September, we are focusing on weight loss, or I guess more specifically on weight management, not so much on weight loss, because some people are having troubles or trying to lose weight. Some people want to gain weight. Some people just want to maintain what they have instead of going up and down. Weight management is a thing that is important to a lot of us. And these days, more and more people are getting overweight and obese with a lot of health problems coming with that. And I'm not saying that obesity causes a lot of those health problems. They just kind of go hand in hand, because usually when we are getting overweight or obese, that is a result of certain food and lifestyle choices. And that's why that usually is accompanied by a lot of health problems, not so much because weight itself causes that, but because the weight is usually excess weight is the result of all those other, again, dietary and lifestyle choices. Anyhow, weight management is a subject that is, a concern for many people these days. And so for the rest of this month, we will be talking about weight management. And we're not going to be talking so much about different diets. Not at all, guys. We'll be talking about different lifestyle choices, different aspects of our lifestyle, like sleep, for example, or the frequency of our eating or snacking habit, or our environment, people, where we live, geographical area. We'll be talking about all of these different aspects that help us to maintain health and weight or compromise that journey. We'll be looking at different aspects of weight loss, of weight management, lifestyle, and different habits. And I'll be sharing with you everything I learned from decade plus coaching experience and my personal journey that's been more than 2 decades, and the recent discoveries and studies in the field and what we know better now. You'll learn a lot about that, and you'll be able to manage your weight much better at any point in life, and help other people that might be struggling with that issue. You might help them to look into certain aspects of weight management that they might not know necessarily, because guys, knowledge is power. And there is so much knowledge these days, but it's not like it's centralized, or we're not being updated every time there is an update in our knowledge, collective human knowledge, right? There might be, some knowledge that is very useful to you or to me, but we might not be aware that it even exists. And we could have easier and better and more joyful journey towards our goals, but there is no way to know everything, and that's just the nature of our reality today. So we'll just gotta do our best to learn whenever we can about what's important to us, and our health and our weight and our fitness. It's all important to all of us, because that influences our life experience in all the other areas. So anyhow, back to weight loss. Today, guys, we are talking about one thing and one thing only, about this rookie mistake that a lot of us did or are doing or have been doing for quite a while when it comes to weight loss. It's just not something that is widely talked about. I wish it was. I wish somebody told me that when I was going through all my diet experiments and suffered and struggled a lot, not really understanding this simple thing. And the thing I'm talking about is nutrient adequacy of our diets, of our food choices. Guys, we as species evolved to be able to function on certain amount of energy. But what we are not often talking about is that with that amount of energy, with that amount of calories, we also consume certain amount of essential nutrients, vitamins and minerals and other substances that we might not be aware of. So when we eat certain amount of calories, specifically from whole foods, we usually consume certain amounts of vitamins and minerals. And I believe there is that balance. Like, I don't believe it's a precise balance of how many calories we need and what kind of nutrients we get with those calories, but I do believe there is a balance. So when we are eating certain amount again of calories, we're supposed to get certain amount of different vitamins and minerals, specifically essential vitamins and minerals that we know about 30 of them, like different countries, different scientific institutions have different count, believe it or not. So we don't even agree as a society on that subject. So imagine how it can be confusing for each individual. So anyhow, guys, when we are attempting to lose weight, we usually will attempt to cut our food intake, and that's a good decision because if we want force our body to use some of that stored energy as fat for energy daily, we need to let our body know that there is not enough energy and you'd better start burning that energy that you stored, right? In order to do that, we need to cut the amount of food usually, or somehow make sure that our body gets less energy from food that we are using. And that weight loss, this aspect of weight loss, that we do need to somehow be in a caloric deficit, in energy deficit to lose weight, that is truth. But that's not the only truth, because also a lot of times, often the body will put on weight because of poor lifestyle and dietary choices, too much stress, and our body and our brain, they can be set up in a certain way by our lifestyle and food choices. So our body will prefer to store fat for energy instead of burning that energy off, either through additional heat or additional activity that we are not even conscious of. Anyhow, we can be in a state of fat storage or the burning of energy without us necessarily having to change a lot our dietary choices. That the body can do that through different hormones. We can influence that by our lifestyle choices, by our dietary choices, but that is not always related 100% to our calorie intake. So that part is a little bit complicated. But today, let's focus on one thing only, a rookie mistake. So when we are attempting to lose weight, we cut calories, but with that, we also cut the amount of essential vitamins and minerals that we are consuming. As simple as that. If, let's say, we eat 2,000 calories, we are getting not just those calories, we are also getting so many more nutrients, vitamin A, D, C, B, iron, calcium, magnesium. And let's say we decide to eat half as much. So we need to cut weight, a lot of it. So we decide to cut it. But with that cut, we are also cutting half of, I'm saying half, but it's not like we are, eating all of the same nutrients, but just half of them. No, we decide to cut in half the amount of food we are consuming. And so we are cutting by a lot the amount of essential vitamins and minerals also. Some people, I used to be one of those people, guys, would attempt to be on some sort of mono diet, like eating only buckwheat that is popular in Russia, or eating only cabbage soup. Again, Russia, maybe other countries too, I'm not sure. Or eating just fruit. You decide to become a fruitarian, even if for some time to lose weight. But one group of food, or specifically one food, will provide only a certain amount of nutrients. even if you don't cut calories, one food group or even just one food, just cabbage, for example, it cannot provide all of the nutrients our bodies need. And that's why humans are best to be omnivores, because with a lot of variety of foods come a lot of variety of nutrients. But we are losing weight, we are cutting food, and with that we are cutting essential vitamins and minerals. And what does our body and brain do? They, as soon as we get a chance, tell us to eat a lot and not stop eating. Not so much because we're missing calories so much, especially if we have a lot of it stored on our body, but because we're missing all of these vitamins and minerals that our body, like some of the vitamins, like B vitamins, water soluble, our body cannot store for a long time. So our body needs that from our food on a regular basis. And so if we aren't getting enough, then we develop that insatiable hunger and drive to eat and store as much as possible in case, you're going to cut calories at some point in the future again. And some people just do that all the time, overeat, and then they starve themselves, overeat, and then starve themselves. And that's never going to stop unless you nourish your body for quite a while. Anyhow, guys, so that's when insatiable hunger and binging behavior comes from. You starve your body from essential vitamins and minerals that your body actually needs to function, your body and brain. And in response, the body develops insatiable hunger because your body's and brain main purpose is to survive. And it has no idea when the next starvation diet comes. And so the next time you allow yourself to eat, you will have an insatiable drive to eat it all and overeat till it hurts, because survival is much better than, it's much more important than just being a little bit maybe over fat or having a little bit some stomach ache next morning or maybe the next day. Anyhow, that's where all the binging behavior comes from. You are starving your body from essential vitamins and minerals. And again, it's not so much about calories. For example, you eat only cabbage, you're probably not getting enough iron. That's just one example. And iron is needed to make those red blood cells, to carry the oxygen to all of our cells and all of our tissues. And oxygen is needed to make energy. Besides, we need it for, to breathe, but also to make energy. And so imagine you aren't getting any and your body is starving of iron. And so you're going to develop that essential hunger. And especially if you aren't too sensitive to your cravings, then you might just be hungry, not for specific food containing iron, but for everything. And that's what happens with a lot of people who don't have a lot of knowledge about how our body works and attempt to lose weight cutting food. They forget they aren't even aware of the fact that with food, they cut a lot of essential vitamins and minerals. And so they start being really, really hungry because they're missing all of these nutrients. And so a rookie mistake that I would never do in my life, I did that many, many times, and it produced a lot of suffering and binging behavior and just a lot of different food issues. I would never, and whenever I work with clients, I don't let them do that stupid mistake. It is stupid, but not in a sense that somebody is stupid, but it just, when you're aware of fact, it's silly not to do something about that possible mistake. So when you attempt to lose weight, you will probably have to cut down on food, on the amount of food, but you need to supplement, guys. You absolutely need to. If you want to not have that insatiable hunger and then maintain your weight loss progress for a long time, you need to supplement, because you are cutting down on the amount of food and you are probably not going to be getting all of the essential vitamins and minerals from your food. Not like supplement is the long-term answer, but it's best to have them, because that will make your weight loss journey so much easier, guys. At the very least, when trying to lose weight, I would go for multivitamin, and hopefully it's also going to have some essential minerals. Different multivitamin, multi-mineral complexes, they have different amounts of vitamins and minerals. So, it's not like it's universal everywhere in the world for each brand. Each brand has its own formulations. But the most important thing is try to get natural one, because that is absorbed and utilized by our body much better. So basically translating into plain language, our body can use those substances much more efficiently and effectively. So at least multivitamin and mineral supplement, you gotta have that while losing weight, guys, because some vitamins and minerals are needed to make energy, and if you aren't getting any energy, and your whole weight loss journey gonna suck. Like, who wants to have no energy? Like, literally, who wants that? You're not gonna be able to perform your work or be happy or joyful. Like, your body needs energy for absolutely everything. You're not gonna be able to even work out. At some point, you're gonna just sit and have no desire to do anything because you have so little energy, because you are missing those essential vitamins and minerals. So at the very least, you need to supplement when trying to lose weight with multivitamin and mineral complex. And again, different ones would have different amounts of different vitamins and minerals. And when I work with clients, for each individual case, I create a different supplementation program. Now, why is that? Because depending on your age, on your health conditions, possible health conditions, depending on your activity level, on your gender, on your gut microbiome, on your goals, like depending on on your dietary patterns, you will need to supplement with different amounts of different things. So what do I mean by that? Let's take my example. I do not consume a lot of calcium-rich foods. Dairy products do not work for me, and those are, besides sardines and all the bones that you can chew in canned sardines, dairy products are among the richest natural sources of calcium, and there are not so many other foods that would have a lot of absorbable calcium. You would have eat a lot of veggies and plant material to get that calcium, and by a lot I mean a lot, like couple of pounds of certain veggies, right? And so knowing that I do not consume calcium from foods on a regular basis, enough of it, and that's an essential mineral that we need for heart health, for our athletic performance, for, of course, our bones and teeth and so many other things. So knowing that I'm not consuming enough of it regularly, I make sure that I get it either from supplements or my mineral water. That is also kind of a supplement, right? So that's going to be an example of personalization of a supplementation program. Also, I prefer to have more magnesium that any authority would recommend, because magnesium is involved in countless and countless of reactions, energy production, DNA replication, and just so many different processes in our body require magnesium, and we don't really know how much exactly we need. More seems to be better. So magnesium is always on my supplementation program personally, and I never regret that. And there are quite a few other things that I take specifically when trying to burn and lose the most amount of fat for a photo shoot, or I'm in front of a camera a lot and I want to look certain way, and I'm going to be taking certain supplements. So for each individual client, and myself including, supplementation is going to be different, sometimes a lot, sometimes slightly. But back to our rookie mistake. Don't ever make that rookie mistake, guys. If you want to lessen your suffering, and if you know anyone going through a weight loss program, make sure that they are taking at least multivitamin, multi-mineral complex. That's a rookie mistake I used to make. I used to just try suffering through the whole thing, and it might work when we are young to some degree, not really, but might work a little bit. But once we start getting older, the body has much less tolerance for those kinds of interventions. So our hunger will turn on much faster and turn off much slower when we are not getting essential vitamins and minerals, and we're gonna feel shittier much faster. So if you or someone you know are on a weight loss program, then please don't make this rookie mistake. Please do supplement, because remember, when we cut the amount of food we consume, we also cut the amount of essential vitamins and minerals that our body needs to thrive, to function, to survive, to even make energy. We don't just eat food and get energy instantaneously. Our body needs to perform quite a few processes and reactions and functions to get the energy from foods we consume and make it into the energy that we can actually use. And for those processes, we need a lot of different substances and vitamins and minerals. And when we cut the amount of food, we cut the amount of those essential vitamins and minerals that we need to make energy and make other things happen in our body. Things that are needed to live, to thrive, to survive, to feel awesome, and do things we need to do. Again, on a weight loss program, you need to supplement. And I personally always do make sure that I personalize supplementation program when I work with someone or with myself, because we will have different requirements depending on our state of health, where we live, what we do, our age, our gender, our physical activities, our requirements of our lives. We will need different things to maintain optimal function through weight loss program. But again, at the very least, what you might do, take natural multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement. And the best one you can find, the best quality, the better your weight loss program gonna go. So that's the message of today. When you are losing weight, please do supplement. And share this information with your friends, with your family, with anyone who is struggling with weight loss, who might be attempting a weight loss program. Tell them about this mistake that they might be making, and help them to suffer less. Besides that, guys, share this episode, review it, give it, some love, some stars, comment on whatever platform you're using to listen to this podcast will be highly appreciated, because more people need to know that. And guys, welcome to Weight Management September. Thank you for tuning in. Have an awesome, energy-full day. And till next time, as usual, eat better daily.